Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. So we are continue uh, our learning on the process costing in the tutorial 3 to explain on the treatment allocation of a joint cost into a joint product and byproduct. So refer to the tutorial 3 questions Legos number hut. The following relates to Legos number hut production for the months of June 2022. At the end of the production, the finished goods emerge from process 2 and are split off for a painting process. The joint production cost of 300,000 ringgit are apportioned using the physical output method. So the following data relates to the finished good is given below. So you are given the information of the products, which is the teapot and cup units, okay, 1,000 for the teapot and cup 5,000. And there is a further processing cost per unit, which is 150 and 25 ringgit for each teapot and cup. So required, evaluate the joint cost per unit for each of the finished goods and recommend what is the selling price for each product if the net profit for the teapot is 500 and the net profit for the cup is 25. So we'll do for the question A, which is to evaluate the joint cost per unit of each of the finished goods using the physical output, physical measures. Okay, so this is our measurements method on the joint cost product. So we're preparing a column stated on the products quantity, the joint cost apportions, and the joint cost per unit. So our product is a teapot and the cup. Okay, the quantity produced is a 1,000 and 5,000. Okay, the joint cost apportion is based on the physical units, quantity of the units produced. So we have to find a ratio. So 1,000 divided by the total quantity produced, 6,000. So 1,000 divided by 6,000. Okay, and 5,000 divided by 6,000. So 1,000 divided by 6,000, it is 0.16 and the 5,000 divided by 6,000 is 0.167. So this one is a 0.833. Okay, so this one, then we need to multiply by the costs. So the joint cost apportions here is given in the question as a 300,000 ringgit. So multiply by the 300,000 ringgit. Okay, so this one is a 0.833. Okay, for the teapots, okay, 0.167 multiplied by 300,000. So it is about 50,100. 50,100. And for this one is about 249,900. 249,900. And since you are required to calculate a joint cost per unit, so you need to divide by 1,000 units produced for the teapot and 5,000 units produced for the cup. So the joint cost per unit is, for the cup, it is it's about 49.98. Okay, 49.98 more or less is RM 50 ringgit. Okay, for the teapot, okay, we divide by the 1,000 unit produced. So it's about RM 50.1. Okay, it's about RM, so we round up, it is about RM 50. So coincidence, both products, teapot and cup, have a joint cost per unit of 50 ringgit and 50 ringgit for teapots and 50 ringgit for cups. Okay, so then we transfer this cost into a column or table to find the selling price per unit. So the joint cost per unit for teapot is RM 50 ringgit. For cup is also RM 50 ringgit. And further processing for the teapot, from the questions, it is RM 150. For cup, it is RM 25. So the total cost here is 200. Okay, given in the questions here, the net profit is a 500 for the teapot. Okay, 500 for the teapot. Then 25 for the cups. Okay, so to get the selling price is the profit plus cost. Okay, so the profit is 200. The profit is a 500 for teapot. Okay, so for the teapot, it is so selling price is a profit plus cost. So we just so the total cost here is the 200. Okay, 200 plus 500. So the selling price for the teapot is 700, and here 75. Okay, 75 plus 25, so it is 100. Okay, so 700, that is the selling price for the teapot, and 100, that is the selling price for the cup. All right, so that's how to prepare a table or column to find the joint cost per unit, as well as to determine the selling price per unit. Okay, thank you very much. That's all.